Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we are continuing on doing demos with the new Chanel Tweed collection, and today I'm going to be creating this eye look using number 2, and this one is Tweed Pourpre, and this one is going to include all these pretty pink, mauves, and purple tones. So if you are interested in seeing me create this look using this quad, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we are gonna play with Tweed number 2, and this one is Tweed Pourpre, and this is this one with these beautiful pink and purple tones in it. So we're going to give this guy a try as well, and let me first swatch it for you again. Okay, little hand swatch here. So pretty. And I'm a little bit excited about this one because I feel like they're not super intense, not too pink, kind of in that lovely plummy mauve tones. And I think we'll have a little bit of fun. I'm also going to pull out my Prune Intense eyeliner and we're going to pair that together. So a full-on sort of purple haze eye look today. So in this particular one, I'm not really seeing any one of these that is a topper shade. Like the other ones have had sort of a glittery little topper shade in them. And with this one, I'm seeing them more as a satin matte colors. So that's one thing I noticed. Not upset about that at all. But I think I'm going to start with this lovely lighter pink shade, and we're going to dust that all over the lid here and see how that looks. It's pretty. Just a really nice, soft, hazy color of pink here. Okay, next I'm going to come into this shade here, and I am going to work that into my crease. It's a really pretty color. Actually taking whatever's left on the brush, I'm actually bringing that all over my lid because I think it's such a pretty color. Then I'm going to go up with this top color here, and I'm using the other side a little bit flatter here, and I am going to put some of this beautiful purple tone here in the outer V, and again, if we want, we can pull some of that in to the crease area. Taking whatever's left of this color right here, and I'm going to put that run that underneath my lash line. Okay, I'm going to close my eyes here, show you this wash of mauve and purple lilac tones. And then I went ahead and pulled out my stylo, and this one is in Prune Intense, and I want to go ahead and add that Prune Intense before I layer up a little bit of this color. I'm going to use this near the lash line, and we might want to intensify the outer V purple because these kind of all melded together, but not in a bad way. It's like variations of tones, but if we really want to make the purple pop, we can add a little bit more. So what I'm going to do first is add the eyeliner, and if you happen to have hazel, green, or blue eyes, this is going to look beautiful on all people's eyes, but if you do have those tones, purples tend to make green, hazel, and blue eyes pop. So just wanted to point that out. If you are somebody with that eye color, whenever I use like Prune Intense, it will bring out a little bit more green in my eyes versus the hazel. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go ahead and tight line near the top lash line, and then I will do a nice little thin line as well on the top. So I'm going to soften. I'm going to come through and soften that. Okay, now we've got that Prune Intense on, and I'm going to come into this beautiful shade here, and I'm using the flat edge here again. We're going to smoke some of this gorgeous color near the lash line, and it will be just a teeny bit thicker, but that is fine because I am wanting to kind of do a smoky, hazy purple eye. Taking whatever is left, and I just ran a little bit of this pretty purple underneath my lash line as well. And I'm going to take some of this color. I'm going to add just a little bit more to that outer V. Okay, we definitely have got a haze of purple and mauves on the eyes. Let me go put on mascara so I can sort of ground everything. Then you'll really be able to take a peek at this pretty little quad right here, and I'll give you my thoughts on that. Okay, we have definitely got a lot of purple and pink tones on my eyes, and I will say that this performed a little bit differently than the other two that I've already tried. These ones are a little bit more creamier, and a few years back they had something similar, not at these exact tones, but it was in the kind of purple and pink tones, and they were impressed with the camellia flower. Now, I have given those away to other friends who love Chanel, but the whole point of that collection was sort of like a wash of watercolors, and the texture of those shadows were very like creamy. That's what these are like. These ones are just like a little bit denser, a little bit creamier. So the other ones kind of picked up nicely. These ones had that same feel where the color pigmentation is there, but the way that it is laying on my eyes is almost like a little watercolor wash. So I actually think it's quite pretty, but I do want to point that out because somebody was saying they thought that it wasn't performing well. I wouldn't necessarily say that. I would just say I feel like this particular quad, the consistency of them are really just a little bit more like a wash of color, a little bit creamier. They're still getting pigmentation, as you can see on my fingertips. Definitely getting that. They just are going to feel different than the other two. Now, for fun, I'm going to go ahead and put on a little bit of the blue Corbon on top, because sometimes when I put all this purple on, I want something that's going to contrast just a bit, and I find that this particular pencil is this really pretty blue gray. And let me show you, a swatch. So this is Prune Intense. Then we've got this pretty Bleu Carbone or blue carbon. Basically, it's sort of a steely blue, and I think that is going to be a nice contrast on the eyes. So this is optional, guys. I am just playing, but I often find that these blue colors will brighten up my eyes a bit. So the prune is going to definitely intensify the green, but sometimes I can look like I am a little bit stoned when I am wearing all this kind of pink on my eyes. So I want to pop this on just to see if it can give a little bit of a contrast between all the other colors. Again, we're just playing. This could be a disaster, but I kind of thought it would be fun to add a little bit of that. I'm doing a little bit on my waterline here and slightly underneath. A little pop, a little definition, a little contrast between all of the purple here. I kind of love a little purple and blue moment. I do really like that. Do you see how it just sort of brightened it up? It kind of took away that high look in my eyes. Okay, so I personally really like the combination of that bit of blue. I just feel like it grounds it just a bit. And this Prune Intense over here is a bit more on that pink prune side, so it's not as more of a deeper purple. So I personally wanted to use that with this look, but you can definitely just stick with the pink and mauves. I just personally start to get a little bit of that pink eye look when I'm using those kinds of tones. So I am going to go ahead and pop on one of my favorite lip glosses. This is 119. Yes, I can't read, you guys. And just going to add a little bit of color to my lips. And then I don't know about you, but I feel like I look a little bit pale. Dramatic eye, little pop of pink. I feel like I need a little bit of bronzer here, a little bronzer and blush. So I am just gonna take that sun-kissed bronzer and warm up my skin just a bit. It could just be the lighting, but I feel like I need a little bit more warmth on my face as well. Put on a little bit of blush here. I'm using my Rose Bronze. Just kind of want to tie everything together here. And I'm going to finish off with a little bit of highlighter here. This one is the Pearls de Lumiere. Love that one. I just feel like I need to bring the rest of the face together with this eye look, just a little bit. Gonna add just a little bit of that up into that brow bone. Okay, this is the finished eye look using this number 2 Tweed, and this is in Pourpre. Okay, we are getting there. Tomorrow I will go ahead and do a look with the number 3, which is Tweed Fauve. And I actually think this one is really pretty, so I'm kind of excited to use this one. So this is my final look of the day. I hope everybody is having a fabulous long weekend, and I will be back with another demo using the Tweed number 3.